Hello and welcome to Talking Sports Live. Rob J. Jamie Horton here from Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, 1935 Main Street in Madison. And we have a lot to get into today. How you doing, Jamie?
Good, but how you doing?
I tried to call you the other night during the draft, and they said that you were like, that Dave Shadou ain't picked yet. Leave me alone, man.
I actually almost went down there and jumped down the Saints organization's level. I mean, stomped their level.
Boy, when he didn't go to the Saints, I know you're a little upset.
I was pissed.
I know you're a little upset.
I was pissed.
Yeah. But we're going to get into that in just a moment. I want to let you know that this show, first of all, is brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. Their slogan is let us in, we'll keep them out. 601-939-5231. First Commercial Bank, where business is personal. 601-709-7777. Their slogan is where business, of course, is personal. Willie T. Abson Law Firm, knowledgeable, experienced, caring. 601-487-8839. Mansell Media and Marketing Agency, a full-service advertising and marketing agency. 601-339-2040. Richard Shaw of Shaw Dynastics Promotions, the official clothier of Talking Sports Live, 601-353-1956, and more sports management, where we give you more. And there's no number attached to it. What is it, Bernard? 601-260-3509. 3509. Bernard Moore.
You had that written down already. I guess
you're going to calm it down. You're going to calm it down.
Did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
You should have been wrote it down already.
Oh,
that's what he said.
That's what he said.
I'm telling you, lately he's just been cutting up. You know,
been talking slick out his mouth.
Nick's been calling it now. I'm telling you. Last past like month. Yeah.
Well, we'd like to thank the Lou, My 35, for broadcasting this show each and every Sunday night. And, of course, we thank the fine folks here at Full Moon Barbecue. A little bit later in the show, we have a treat for you. We're going to talk with a Grambling fan. Now, we've talked with Alcorn fans, Millsaps, Belhaven, Jackson State, Valley. We have a Grambling man tonight.
All the way from Louisiana.
Come
to talk to Talking Sports Live.
He told me, he said, do you know what Grambling is? I said, yes, it's down in Ruston. No, it's built on a cloud. Built on a cloud. I said it is.
And you know, he been doing trivia questions since we got here.
But we're going to talk with Mr. Aaron Darrington. He's a Grambling alum. He's a good guy, and he's going to talk about Grambling, which I mean is a very successful program.
Oh, very much so.
Oh, yes, sir.
Look, they're the upper echelon of HBCU football. You got to give them that. You know, we hag each other, but at the end of the day, they are the standard.
And you know what I was really angry with was when they had Hugh Jackson and he made those guys take the G off their uniform and the helmets. I'm like, man, what do you know what you're doing?
I would have packed his bag.
Yes, absolutely. But I want to get into this. Mississippi State fired their baseball coach.
You know what, Rob? Come on now. 3 years ago, they just won the national championship. Then, of course, their rivals won the next year. And then last year, of course, I forgot who won it. But baseball is a very up and down sport. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he made a pitching coach change, from what I understand.
Yes.
And I just don't understand. I think Chris is a great baseball coach.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been fired.
Not in the middle of the year.
No.
Not in the middle of man, you fired this man brought you Ron Polk didn't do it.
No.
This man brought you a national championship.
He's a legend.
Whatever went on there, I know a lot of fans. See, what it is. I'm going to tell you what ruins sports. You got these sports talk shows. Oh, we got one. You got these. Well, we don't count. No. You got these keyboard bandits that's on there. When you lose a few games, you're ready to fire somebody. This man should have called his own shot out of there.
Well, my thing was our sports show is different. You got folks that's behind a computer, like you said, on a cell phone.
Yes.
Talking about they are a podcaster.
Yes.
And that to me, that kills sports.
Yes.
And then what happens is the alumni and everybody else get behind them, and it just create a big ruckus. Now, this man just won the national championship, not the SEC, mm-hmm. not the super regional. Mm-hmm. He won the whole thing. The whole country. Yeah, everyone. And you know how hard it is to win in baseball, in college baseball especially. I really think they made a mistake. Not saying that they might not be successful, but I think Chris is a good coach, and I hope he rebound wherever he go. Yeah,
I know they were saying that since that championship, they weren't doing well. They've been falling back, but the national championship supersede that.
Yes.
I mean, especially you find him in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
The man brought you I think it may have been the school's first ever national championship.
It was.
But like I said, I'm not there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went on, if they agreed to do it or whatever. But I just thought he should have at least finished out the year.
I would like to know the opinion of Mississippi State #1 super fan of all time, Larry Nix, his opinion about this.
And yeah, Larry Nix is going to join us a little bit later. We can hear. Brother Nix, what do you first of all, can we do something for Brother Nix?
Like what?
Today is his birthday, Wednesday.
Oh my! Can we go
Jamie, I'm surprised you didn't know that. In fact, I'm kind of shocked and hurt. As the executive producer, my feeling is hurt.
I'm sorry.
And I hate that you didn't sing happy birthday. So as your punishment today, you've got to sing happy birthday to me.
I will.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday
to you.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Brother Nick.
Let's take a commercial break.
Happy
Let's take commercial break. That's
on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's not on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's on a Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, wait. How old are you?
Commercial break. We'll be back after this commercial break.
So tell us, Nick, how you feel about your opinion about them firing?
I shared with Rob before the program.
Right.
I think it was premature.
Yeah.
You don't just win a national championship, not a regional, not a state, not a division, but a national, and let somebody go in a couple of years. Just, we all have bad years.
That's right. That's
so what?
Yeah.
But it is a business, and so he may have stepped on some serious alumni toes, a booster's toes.
You think that's probably what it was? It had to be.
Why would you? Why would you fire the guy?
It had to be. It was something.
So it's unfortunate. I wish they had, stayed him out another year or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy just brought you a national championship.
Yeah. And look, I mean, everybody know about Mississippi State baseball tradition. But I do agree with you, Rob. If they were going to make that decision, it should have been after the season.
And that's one of the things a lot of critics are saying, that baseball in Mississippi is way more important than football at times. At times, and Mississippi State has been one of the teams that is known for winning. Now, they hadn't won a national championship, but they have, under Polk, they've been in World Series,
Yes,
College World
Super-
Series,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they never won until, and then some say he won with other coaches, players, but he recruited his own players also. I just thought, in the middle of the season with this man winning a national championship. Like I said, I'm not there. I don't know what happened there. So best of luck to him. I think he'll be okay.
I think he will.
Yeah. Last week we talked about the draft, and we said by the time we hit the air, Shedeur would have gotten drafted. We made, I thought first round.
We was almost back on there by the time he drafted. It was close.
It was close.
It was Monday.
It was. Why do you think he slid? Everybody has an opinion. Why do you think he slid? Is it because his dad?
I don't think that
Dad?
that has nothing to do with football. You can't tell me that Shedeur Sanders is a 5th round draft pick.
No.
I saw that kid play for 2 years
Mhm.
on the sideline with him. I saw him work. I saw what he can do up close. This ain't just something.
Ed Trims last week said he wasn't going in the first round.
Well,
And
Ed,
you about to kill Ed Trim.
yeah, I was, but Ed Trim ended up being right.
Ed Trim was right. Ed Trim was absolutely right.
Well, maybe Ed Trim knew about the politics. That
You wanted to choke Ed Trim, man. You lose us some money,
my,
but you was gonna choke Ed Trim.
my thing is this, Rob. It's strictly political. You. I mean, come on now.
Mhm.
And then they let that man slide all the way down to 5th round,
5th round.
and quarterbacks way less talented than he is end up getting.
It was teaching him a lesson. It was teaching Deion.
Oh, very much so.
It to me, it was like, Deion, you don't run nothing here.
Yeah,
in
pretty much.
the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And the unfortunate part is Shedeur had to take that punishment.
Also, there was a prank call, a prank phone call
Look who did it.
by some idiot with the Falcons.
His
Now,
son.
His son.
Let's clarify.
His son.
Yeah.
His idiot son.
Yeah.
Now, the NFL fined the Falcons $250,000 and defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich $100,000 for failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to the club in advance of the NFL draft. So what they're saying is, you let confidential information get out into the hands of your numbskull son,
Yeah.
who turned it into a joke. Now, there were other players who were pranked as well. But, man, to me, like I said, the thing with the draft with me, everybody asked me about Shedeur. I was like, okay, yeah. But my issue was, I was focusing on the guys from HBCUs that were not going to get drafted. That's where my anger went, not with Shedeur. But I did not like this guy pranking him like that. These guys it's already stressful enough. And then you got a numbskull like this prank calling him.
And then, he released a statement and he called Shedeur and apologized.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was.
Did Shedeur hang up on?
Now, actually, Shedeur took his call. But guess what I would have did?
No.
I would have hung up that phone so fast.
No, what I would have said, hey, can you come over here for a minute?
I got a nice baseball bat.
I would have called Omar Johnson at Jackson, say, "Let me borrow your bat. I'll bring it right back. Come over here for a minute. Todd. What was his name?
I would forgot. Would have had blood on it by the time you returned it.
Blood, dents. Omar would have said, "What you do with my bat?" I did. Don't worry about that. Hey, come on, man. That was dead wrong.
Hey, and then, the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, yeah, that's your
The Atlanta Falcons. I would have found them to be kicked out the league.
You go kick him out the league.
I would have said, you out the league.
But yeah, the Falcons have been fined a ton of money. It won't hurt them in the pocket. It won't hurt them at all. But yeah, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. But we thank you so much for joining us. Coming up, we have a trivia question that we're going to give you a $10 gift card from Full Moon Barbecue, and we'll be talking with Aaron Darrington. He is a big alum and graduate of Grambling State University. It'll be our first guest from Grambling.
And you know what? I did not know that Grambling was in the clouds.
Yeah, built on the cloud.
Thought they was built in the
Float
boat.
on the cloud. We'll be back in a moment.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Welcome back to Talking Sports Live. We're here at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison. We're here every Wednesday night. Bernard got me all twisted up. We're here every Wednesday night. And on Sunday night, you can see us on My 35, The Lou. Also, remember, Talking Sports Live, in partnership with Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, have launched the Talking Sports Live Happy Hour each Wednesday from 5 until 8 p.m. During the time, customers will receive a 50% discount on all beverages, including beer and soft drinks with their meals, and children under 12 years of age get free drinks with their meal. All right, before we went to break, we were talking about the NFL draft, and were you happy with the Saints draft? You weren't happy with the Saints draft?
I'm thinking.
What would they were rated a B, I think. A B plus.
B what?
I think they were rated. I think they were rated. I think they were ranked.
Well, you know, even though we're against you, the guy from Texas, phenomenal pick.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my doubts about that quarterback. I mean, come on, brother.
The first pick, the Saints' first pick in the first round was Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas.
And we need him.
He won the Lombardi Award trophy.
Yes.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, and we need him. We need him. You know, whoever be the quarterback, they got to be protected.
Mm-hmm.
But that the second round pick, I don't too much agree with.
The quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do like the guy from the safety from Virginia.
Uh-huh.
I've seen him play. And I like the running back from Kansas. I've seen him play.
Yeah.
So I would give us a C plus.
You C plus?
I give us a C plus.
Wow, that's kind of still kind of low.
They got to prove to me.
That's still kind of low. I heard that the Cowboys made some. They picked the running back. They picked some really good players. That was according to
nobody.
They picked Tyler Booker, a guard out of Alabama.
He's pretty good
in the first round. Yeah. They picked Tyler Booker, and I think they made some really, really good picks. I also heard that who else made some good picks? The Giants. They picked.
Yeah.
They picked Jackson.
Yeah. I like the wide receiver they got.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think that. I mean, you know, we talked about Jackson Dart, but I think he's going to be a good. He may be the quarterback of the future for the Giants.
I think he's going to be all right.
We learned upon the Russell Wilson, and and
give
him a chance to learn that system. I think he's going to be all right.
With Shedeur being going in the 5th round, now he has to make the team.
Yes.
They drafted a quarterback already. They didn't seem happy when they drafted
back from his injury.
His injury and his court troubles.
His court troubles.
I don't think he's coming back.
Look, I'm gonna tell you that kid had all the potential in the world.
He sure did.
And but that money is fully guaranteed that he signed from that contract. So
they can't take it back from him.
No, he's sitting pretty regardless.
Wow. I had a chance to talk with Jamarcus Russell last week.
Really? The former LSU quarterback.
Yeah. #1 pick of the Raiders.
Yes.
And he is the owner of a team in the Independent Football League.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a chance to talk with Jamarcus Russell. He's slimmed down. He was a big old guy, but he slimmed down and he seems to be okay. And He's working with this league, and I think they're gonna be okay.
And y'all separated by 1 day for your birthday.
Yeah, he was born August 9th.
Yeah.
I was born August 10th, and
Yeah.
we became instant friends.
Really?
I told him that. Yeah,
What's y'all sign?
Leo
Y'all a Leo brother.
Leo
Okay.
brothers. Yeah, me and Jamarcus. I was on my knee interviewing him, and then after the interview, I couldn't get up. He kind of did a little cussing. Get up, get your behind up. And he said that. I was like, hey, watch out now. watch out. But we were at All Core last weekend, and it was hot. Oh my goodness, it was hot, but it was nice. Some of the free agent guys, I was concerned about. Irv Mulligan went to a camp with who?
He with the Giants.
Now he's didn't sign anything.
No,
what's that? He's with a camp.
he's a free agent,
Undrafted free agent.
undrafted free agent.
But they call his situation going to camp, and now they call Robert McDaniel a free agent.
No, both of them are saying the same thing.
Okay, they are.
Both of them are going to camp to try to make this 53-man roster.
McDaniel should have been drafted.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you, Philip Webb may be the dark horse of anybody.
Yeah,
because we transferred from LSU. That guy is something special.
See, that's what I was focused on those guys.
Yes.
I wasn't really focused on Shedeur. I was interested because he had played at Jackson State. But my issue was, why can't these guys from the SWAC get drafted, or the MEAC, or the HBCU players get drafted? I thought Robert McDaniel was better than some of these people that got drafted.
I'll tell you something else. I think Irv Mulligan is better than some of the other running backs.
Absolutely.
I'm just being honest.
Absolutely.
Look,
That's what. Yeah.
and we're gonna talk to the Grambling guy, but that night Irv Mulligan didn't play because he was hurt.
Mhm.
So that makes a difference. Jack State became more of a throwing team because when he came in and got healthy,
Mhm.
we was a different team. They was a different team. So it'll be interesting to see. And with the Giants, I don't think they have a really strong running back, do they?
Since they let Barkley go.
Yes, and they let Saquon go.
And Saquon, since he left, he's been hunting and fishing with the president. Now, look at here. Isaiah Spencer.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, you see.
Where they visited the White House, the Eagles visited the White House.
Yeah.
Now, the quarterback of the Eagles didn't go.
And AJ Brown, the wide receiver.
Okay.
He didn't go either.
But Saquon Barkley spent time with the president where he hunted, where they fished, and they went to do a lot of things. And a lot of people criticized him for that.
Where they fished it?
And I don't know what he fished, but he said, they started calling him, they called him something else, but he said that he respects the office of the president. That's why he did all those things
That's what he
and
did.
hung out with the president.
Okay.
But Isaiah Spencer, did we talk about him last week? Leaving?
No, we did not.
He got
we just got word like last week around. I think it's time to hear.
Yeah. He's a Madison Central product, played at Jackson State. He jumped in the transfer portal, and he's getting a lot of offers.
Yeah, I know Wisconsin offered him the day before yesterday.
Wow.
Yes. And Southern Mississippi offered him also.
Wow.
So it's going to be interesting.
Leilani Armenti, how many offered her? Leilani is the female kicker with Jackson State. How many offered her?
No, I don't think no one that I know of. You know anybody else?
No. Well, she is the first female player in Jack. She's sweet, man. She is so sweet. I interviewed Leilani. I wish she hadn't left.
Yeah.
I think Jackson State may be the only team that would give her the opportunity to kick the ball like that. She kicked off and she had PATs. She's a super nice young lady, but maybe she thought they would have given her more opportunity than she should have gotten.
I mean, well, when you got G Baby there,
Yeah.
I mean, you know what G Baby can do.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jackson State was just loaded with
Yeah, they were, and like they're loaded with receivers. And I know Isaiah Spencer felt like he squeezed out a little
Yeah,
bit.
you got 10, 11 receivers in the room. So
Yeah.
you probably want to go somewhere where you can shine. And I understand Isaiah's a good kid. I've been knowing Isaiah since he was in grade school because he used to play AAU ball against my guys, and I know his AAU coach real good. So wherever he lands at, I hope he be successful.
Yeah, he's going to be successful. Absolutely. A moment ago, I mentioned the trivia question. Well, I have the trivia question for this week, and the question is, who is the most recent first overall pick to win Rookie of the Year in the NFL? Right? This is the NFL. Who is the most recent first overall pick to win Rookie of the Year? If you know that answer, you can hit us up on our social media pages, Talking Sports Live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, do not call the TV station.
Please don't.
They're not going to answer.
We know.
Okay, because I remember I tried to call them on Sunday night and they didn't answer because I was trying to ask them a question about the show and they didn't answer. So do not call the TV station. Again, the question is, who is the most recent first overall pick to win Rookie of the Year in the NFL? Is this answer right? Is this right?
Yes.
He was overall pick?
Yes.
Okay. You want to give him a clue or no?
No.
No clue.
I would say a clue is he's
Wear a lot of hats.
wear a lot of hats and he's on a lot of sports talk shows right now.
Okay.
And he has his own podcast.
And he got to fight with some kids.
He did. He got to a little scuffle with some high school kids. Now that should get away right there.
Who is the most recent first overall pick to win Rookie of the Year? Later in the show, we're going to talk with Aaron Darrington. He is a Grambling alum, big Grambling fan, big Grambling supporter. I tried to get him to give Jackson State about a couple of dollars. He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
You think
He's all his money go to Grambling.
all his money?
All his money go to Grambling.
That's why they're in the clouds.
That's why they're in the cloud.
Yeah.
It was built in the cloud.
In the clouds. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about your Chiefs draft?
I was satisfied. I was satisfied. They needed offensive line help. They got that. Got a running back. Got a receiver. I was kind of pleased with them. Let me tell you this. We have a colleague. His name is Sam Brown. I'm not going to call his name. His name is Sam Brown. He told me, he said he thought that Shedeur should have been the last pick in the first round. I said, wait a minute. The last pick in the first round went to the Chiefs. He said, well, they should have picked Shedeur. I said, no, they don't need a quarterback.
Why would the Kansas City Chiefs pick Shedeur Sanders?
He said because it would have made sense for Shedeur to go in the first round, and so whoever the last team was should have picked him. Make sure he was in the first round. I said, Brown, that last team was the Chiefs. Teams offensive. Why would the Chiefs pick? You got Mahomes and you got Minshew on the bench. You don't need Shedeur.
So tell
You
me,
need offensive line, Sam Brown.
So
you midget.
so that's why Sam Brown is police officer and DJ. He'll never be a football executive.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why he's behind.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, why would you do that?
He's a nitwit and an idiot. A midget. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Go on and keep on now.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, welcome back to Talking Sports Live. We're here at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Madison Street, Main Street in Madison. Main Street in Madison. And you can see us each and every Sunday night on the Lou, My 35. Before we went to break, our trivia question was, who is the most recent first overall pick in the NFL to win Rookie of the Year? And we have a winner, And Jamie, you can tell us. Well, it's I'm about to say Chris Lamonis. It's James Bush.
What's the winner?
What's the answer?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Cam.
Cam Newton. Did you like Cam Newton?
And you know what? I actually did, Rob, except when he played the Saints.
Mhm.
But other than that,
Yeah.
I think he was a tremendous athlete, a very good quarterback. You know, Cam Newton was one of those big quarterbacks that had a strong arm and was very athletic. And it was hard tackling him. I mean, like you look, I remember the guy from Cam Jordan talked about him all the time, saying trying to tackle Cam Newton like trying to tackle a truck.
You know, he originally didn't he commit to Mississippi State?
Yes. And then he went to Bing Community College, then he signed with Auburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Something happened. He was mad at Mississippi State. Somebody did something.
It was
He got mad and
yeah,
he wanted to beat them every time he played.
some kind of story. And where he wanted to beat him, he did. Sorry about that, brother. Bro, Nick gets insisted about Mississippi State. I can't say
But again, James Bush, congratulations. Is that Coach Bush?
I think it is. That Coach Bush.
Is that Coach Bush? And that Coach Bush, you get a $10 gift card, and that will get you this drink
Without the straw.
without the straw. And nice. All right. But keep watching each and every week as we give you trivia questions to get you a chance to be a winner. The NBA playoffs going on. The Lakers having a tough time with the Minnesota.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. I told Bernard, and it's coming true. We don't have a big man.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got Luka, we got LeBron, and some more guys.
You kind of whispered that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whisper. But
Uh-huh.
we don't have they're killing us on the boards, Rob. They had 15 offensive rebounds the other night. 15. I don't know why we didn't go out and get Dwight Howard. He's free.
He's still playing?
Yeah, he's staying in shape.
Yeah.
You don't need him to score any points. Just play defense and get some rebounds.
You think they'll get the young man from the Bucks,
Who is that?
Milwaukee Bucks,
Giannis.
Giannis
Giannis.
Antetokounmpo?
whatever his name
Giannis
is.
Antetokounmpo.
He a free agent.
Well, no, he got a few years left, but they're saying they may
Giannis.
trade him and build Milwaukee all over again. And they mentioned the Lakers is one of the stops.
How they gonna pay him, LeBron and Luka?
Right, that's right.
That's not gonna happen unless LeBron goes off to the sunset, which should be soon.
You think so? But he still, I mean, what, he scored 38 the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, he still got it a little bit, but I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, let me be fair. LeBron is not the problem. The problem is we don't have a big man. When you trade Anthony Davis away in that trade, it took our defense away.
Mhm.
So go out and get you a guy that can do it, because Jackson, whatever his name is, ain't the answer.
He's not the answer.
No, the answer or the question
Are you nervous?
by tonight.
No, I mean, we're on Sunday, but I know they play Wednesday night.
They play Wednesday night. Yeah, I'm nervous because that game right there, we're down 3-1. So
Well,
ain't no tomorrow we lose.
I'm getting a little nervous about the Knicks.
You need to be.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous about the Knicks.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Detroit got a nice young team,
Yes, sir.
and they are very athletic.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna tell you, if y'all don't close this series out,
Yeah.
in the next game, you don't want to go to a game 7.
Absolutely.
Are you
Absolutely.
really? How nervous are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
To be honest with you, I'm not nervous because all my anger and all my energy and all my feelings have gone to the Chiefs. So I don't really care.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, yeah.
you used to feel like that about the Astros, but
Yeah.
now you just
No,
said it.
all of my emotion went to the Chiefs in this last Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So I'm just,
still ain't got over that.
I ain't got over that.
Well, let me ask you a question about that. With these draft picks, and I'm sure that Andy Reid is not going to stop. He's probably signed no free agent. Can you go back? Because I'm going to tell you, Buffalo. Buffalo,
Yeah.
Baltimore,
Denver.
Denver, it's going to be strong next year.
Yes. I think Buffalo is going to fizzle out like they always do.
You think so?
Yeah, they always fizzle out. But Denver they play the Chiefs twice a year.
Uh-huh.
So they know how to beat them.
Yeah.
And they got a good coach. Your former coach.
Yeah.
So Denver is a team that I'm a little bit concerned about. Not worried about San Diego. Why is it San Diego? Ooh, what's the Chargers' name? Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, not too much concerned about them. But
Now,
not concerned about the Bengals.
I don't know, Rob. I think you probably need to be worried about the Chargers.
You think I need to be worried about
Oh
that?
yeah, I mean Harbaugh's a good coach.
That quarterback he's gonna blow it.
You think so?
Yeah, he always does.
They got pretty good defense though.
They do. They really do.
It's gonna be very interesting. So
What about the Raiders?
no,
Don't worry about the Raiders.
no, don't worry about the Raiders. No. Okay, in NFC.
NFC, Eagles still.
Yes,
Cowboys?
maybe.
Really? That's my
Maybe.
first time I ever heard you say it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be biased and just speak from the sports part, not the person.
Well, a lot of people are saying the Falcons.
Maybe.
Really?
Let me tell you something. The Falcons got talent.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, their draft was superb. They drafted Pierce from Tennessee, and they got the guy from Georgia. 2 edge rushers. That's how you draft.
Commanders.
Yes. That's who's gonna win the NFC South.
Not
I mean,
Cowboys.
East. No, and not Philadelphia.
Not Philadelphia.
I think the Commanders. That's how I
Wow.
feel. Let me ask you a question. And we haven't said anything about Bernard's team in like 16 years.
49ers.
Yeah.
I think they blew that team up.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think a lot of guys. I think a lot of guys are gone from that team. What is that? What you think, Bernard? I mean, you the 49ers. man.
I like the draft pick, but I don't think they should pay Purdy what they're trying to pay him.
Wait a minute, they're trying to get Purdy a raise.
Yeah, Purdy, this is a contract year.
They just paid the tight end.
Yeah, Kittle is the highest paid tight end, 4 years, 85-76 guaranteed.
Didn't you let Greenlaw go?
Yes,
Oh.
Ray Greenlaw. So
They let Greenlaw go.
We skipped over the Detroit Lions.
Oh, in Detroit. Can't forget about them. I'm telling you something else who's gonna be improved. I mean, you gotta watch out for Green Bay, and you probably gotta watch out for Chicago.
I don't think.
Well, I ain't saying they're going to the Super Bowl.
What about the Vikings?
And who the Viking quarterback now?
The quarterback from Michigan they just drafted. The
Oh,
one-
McCarthy. Yeah,
McCarthy, yeah.
Okay.
maybe.
He's coming back off the injury.
What about Dallas? For your opinion?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I always think that they have the last couple of years, I thought that they would be the team to win, to go to the Super Bowl. Remember
Yeah.
I said that?
Yeah.
Because they got a good defense, and they got number 11,
Parsons.
Can Dak lead them there?
Kenny?
I don't know. I just don't think the Cowboys can keep losing like this forever.
Can I say a dark horse?
Uh-huh.
If we stay healthy, the Saints.
The Saints?
McCarthy got on the TV during the draft and said, do not underestimate this team, especially with the offense that Kellen Moore is trying to bring in there. If we can get a quality, solid quarterback, and I want to hear Bernard's opinion about this, whoever they may be, whether it be Spencer Rattler or Derek Carr, we can be able to make. I want to see how Spencer would do with all of our starters. You know, when they brought him in last year, Brother Nix, we had Rob playing offensive line. I mean, we had fifth string people, and I want to see what he can do with a slew of wide receiver. We got Brandon Cooks, who we got from the Cowboys, who started in New Orleans.
Okay.
We got Rashid, and we got Chris Olave.
Okay.
Now, and pretty good offensive line, and then you already got Kamara. So I mean, it depends. The defense side of the ball,
Kamara stayed.
he stayed.
I love him.
Oh, Kamara, he won't retire. Saint.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the defense side of the ball, I like the hiring of Stanley, the guy who used to be at the the defense coordinator for the Chargers before they get fired the head coach. So we'll see. But the thing is that with the Saints is health. We can't stay healthy.
Yeah, they had a lot of injuries
A
last
lot of injuries. By the third game of the year, half our team go.
year.
I'm just being honest. So, but I think if Dallas, I hate to say this.
What are they lacking? What are the Cowboys lacking?
I think the Cowboys really got everything. They
Jerry Jones.
if they
That's
let
exactly
Jerry
right.
Jones, if Jerry Jones would bag up from and let Schallenmeyer be a coach,
Yeah.
and let him do what he needs to do, the sky's the limit. Between them, the Eagles and the Commanders, the NFC East is going to be it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And Brother Nick, you agree with me on that? I mean, I'm serious because Dax, when he get hot, and everything ain't Dak's fault now. I'm gonna tell you now, when your defense allowing 40-something points a game, that ain't Dax.
Yeah. Now, the most ridiculous thing I ever seen Dak do was remember it was toward the end of the game, and they were rushing up there to get the ball, and he gonna try to hike it, and they didn't give it to the ref.
I remember that.
That was the most ridiculous thing I ever seen. I'm like, you made your own rules, Dak. You got to get that to But Brother Nick said, "Oh yeah, the referee got in his way." Referee, I said, "No, you got to give the ball to the referee." No, not in this game.
You know he gonna take up for Dak.
He took up a
If Dak shoot 5 people, he gonna say, "Well, a bullet just they should have got the way."
Yeah, they should have got out of the way. Yeah, but I remember that. I remember that clear as a bell. But no, I think Dak's a good quarterback, man. I think the Cowboys are a really good team. It's just something holding them back, and it could be the owner. I think that's what it is.
Probably is.
That's what it is.
And DeMarcus Lawrence left, and him and Parsons having little words on Twitter.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, coming up, we're going to talk with Aaron Darrington of Grambling.
Where they're in the clouds.
Grambling was built on a cloud, and they've been floating ever since. Grambling. That G is for it's for God. That's what the G is.
Is that what he said?
I mean, he might well say it. The G is for God. When you go to church, and then they say, "Oh, Grambling." They don't say God. "Oh, Grambling." Oh, Grambling. And then they fifth in baseball stand. Let's see who they behind in the standings here in baseball. They behind Texas Southern, Alabama State, Florida A&M, and Bethune-Cookman. And then they are, there are a lot of games ahead of Valley. But anyway, that didn't go. But anyway, we're going to talk with Mr. Darrington in just a moment. Stay with us.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Go on and keep on out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Welcome back to Talking Sports Live. I'm Jamie Horton. My co-host and very good friend Rob J had to run out to the Mississippi Mud Monsters at Trustmark Park to interview some players. But I got Mr. Aaron Darlington here from Grambling. Well, you said that the Grambling is built in the clouds.
Well, it's always been, the history has always been there, and so what we have a hard time doing is we have a hard time with you guys respecting that.
Yeah.
You know, you got to sit down and look back at what has transpired over the years, even with the band.
The band?
The band.
Oh, you talking about what you call your band?
The World Fame.
The World Fame, yeah.
We've been all over the world. That band has been all over the world with Jackson State, the success that they've had over the last few years since Coach Prime, the notoriety that their band has gotten. We've always had that.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
We've always had that.
Jackson State Band has always been worldwide known.
Oh, wait a minute. They ain't been worldwide.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
They haven't been worldwide.
In 1990, who performed at Motown 30?
Oh, we talking about.
And wait a minute. Answer my question. On national TV and CBS. I mean, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. Well, you've had a few things.
I got another question.
Have y'all been to Japan?
No, we didn't go there still.
Like, been to Africa?
What y'all go to Africa?
Come on now.
Y'all went on safari.
The world. If you've been to Spain, no, that's why we the world fame. We've been all that band has been all over the world.
But Jackson State is also in the NCAA Hall of Fame.
Well, we there too.
No, you're not.
Come on now. Hey, look
No,
at
you're
it.
not.
Have y'all played at an All-Star game, NBA All-Star game?
Yes, in 1990 also.
No, we played in the last 3 years ago. We played in the All-Star game.
3 years ago, I said 1990 for Jackson State.
Yeah, well, we've done that. Been there and done that.
So tell us about the tradition of Grambling
Well,
football.
we like I said, since 1941, it's been Grambling. Eddie Robinson, that's a statement Eddie Robinson would start out. We've been on top of the football mecca, not only, black college football, but football in general. And, people don't realize the history of HBCUs, but HBCUs have for a long time had the best athletes.
Of course,
And
I agree.
so, and Eddie Robinson was the guy who led that thing. But, you look at Jackson State's history with Robert Brazile and those types of guys. And we have Willie Brown and the Yazoo City native. And so we've had our share of Hall of Fame guys.
And Eddie Robinson, loved to recruit Mississippi guys.
Absolutely.
And he always came here to recruit guys, because I know he recruited my pastor who ended up going to Jackson State to play football. But when he came into the living room, my pastor said he was just starstruck. Of course, when you see Eddie Robinson, you're going to get starstruck.
Well, Coach Robinson, from my understanding, his number one recruiting pitch back in that day was he would always go in the living room and he would tell the mama that I promise you that he was going to church Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's probably how your guy got to be a pastor.
No, my guy got to be a pastor with him from his dad. Because his daddy was a pastor.
But Coach Robinson would always go in, and his number one recruiting pitch, and believe it or not, he would go through the dormitories with the bell. Everything that you see is true that you've seen on the internet. He would go through the dormitories, wake the guys up, get them ready for practice. The same thing happened on Sundays. The guys were ready and had to go to church Sunday morning.
Well, Mr. Darren, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the history of HBCU football. And Jackson State has had 103 players drafted.
Mhm.
And I know Grambling had more than that.
Yeah.
Jackson State got 4 Hall of Famers, and y'all got bukus too.
Yeah.
What's the problem now with the NFL drafting HBCU players?
Well, you have to look at money.
That's a good
And
point.
everything starts with money, and then we have a prime example with this with the Shedeur Sanders deal.
Yeah.
So when you get behind the front offices and the general managers, it has to be has to be something going on in the back.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things. But I always tell a guy that wants to go to Grambling or wants to go to Jackson State,
Mhm.
And Grambling, what they have done over the years is started pretty much with Shaq Harris. We had a lot of guys in the front office, even Tank Younger. We had James Shaq Harris was behind that Baltimore class. If you can play, they'll find you.
Yeah.
You might not be a first round draft choice, but if you can play, they're going to find you from a standpoint of the NFL. But it has to be money, but a lot of it has to be with some of the stuff that goes on in the back channel. So who could say?
Did you go in the Grambling games this year?
I'm a season ticket holder.
Okay.
But I was there when I won't go to Jackson State since they didn't give us that water that 2 years ago. I'm not.
I tell you what, the next time you come to a Jackson State Grambling game in Jackson, we're gonna make sure you have a lot of water.
Yeah, I go down to Benny Thompson's tent and get as much water as I want and eat catfish. But you guys treat the fans treat us well, but that water thing really turned me off.
We're gonna make sure he got some water
Yeah.
next time. Ed, we're gonna get Ed Bishop to bring you some water next time. Make sure it be cold and good too.
What do you think though? Give me some synopsis of what you think the problem is with HBCU players getting drafted.
Same thing that you said.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, I think that sometimes it has a whole lot to do with behind the scenes, and you can't tell me that like a Herb Mulligan, all those guys can't play big time football. I mean, look at the guy from Alcorn, Howard. He's tearing up the UFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we, you know, it's our job to hag each other, but we love each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and you can't tell me that if Jackson State had a full allowance of scholarships, such as like with the SEC schools like Mississippi State and Ole Miss, that we can't beat them.
Yeah.
But that's not, you talking about 63 to 85. Yeah. That's a disadvantage in itself.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. It's not right. It's not an equal level playing field. It's just like comparing apples to oranges.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, like you said, talent is talent.
Yeah.
And we have to, you know, get out of it. And I think that coaches like Prime brought it to light, you know, when he came to Jackson State, and you know, like the great job TC Taylor is doing. Tell me how your feelings about the state of Grambling football right now up under Mickey Joseph.
You know, I like Mickey. I think if we give him time, but you know, Grambling, we're not gonna wait too long.
Yeah.
If you give him time, I think he can put a good program together. But I do think that just like kind of like Jackson State has proven that if you can get a guy and stick with a guy, you know, you're gonna have a successful program. I think with all the turnover in the coaching, head coaching, is kind of hurting, especially HBCU, because every time you turn over a coach, you got to start over.
Yeah.
You got to start your whole program over, and so I think we got to take another look at that to see if that's going to be something that, you know. But I think he's going to have it on track this year. He won 5 or 6 ball games last year, so he got most of his guys back.
That's true.
So we look forward to him having a respectable season back somewhere in the neighborhood.
Can you win the West?
Can we win the West? I think we can.
Okay.
I think we can.
Got Southern, who's the defending champions. You got an Alcorn team that's probably going to be better. You got Prairie View, who's going to be pretty good up on their new coach Jackson. So it's going to be very interesting in the West.
Yeah,
and then you got, Texas Southern going to be improved.
Texas Southern going to be, all the SWAC schools are going to be improved.
Yes.
You know, with the transfer portal.
Yes, very much.
You can build a program
I agree.
You know, over the course of a year. Your whole program can be transferred over the course of a year.
Okay, who's your favorite NFL team?
Saints, man. I wore the bag over my head.
I knew it was something I liked about them a little bit. Just a little bit.
Saints, man. I have to go with my Saints, man. You know, as bad as they've been over the years, and then they won the Super Bowl and all that stuff. I'm gonna still a diehard Saints.
But you know, Mr. Darren, we haven't been really bad. It's just a lot of bad breaks with all these injuries.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why our players get hurt year in and year out. Not just 2 or 3. I'm talking about the whole offense was injured last year.
Yeah.
And it's getting to a point where the medical staff has got to do something to improve that. I don't know, but what do you think that, you know, we need to improve? How you like the draft?
NFL quarterbacks, man. All football starts with quarterback.
That's right.
And so if you got a good quarterback, or you know, and then now it's not the pocket pass anymore. You got to be a dual threat quarterback. You got to be able to tuck the ball and run.
Well, we ain't got one.
We don't have that.
We showed up not with Derek Carr.
And we didn't draft that either.
We sure did not.
So we're gonna look forward to getting there and beating the Chiefs. Since he don't have the mic right now, we're gonna look forward to beating the Chiefs come this year, and you know.
I think you just lost a friend.
Yeah, but yeah, we like the Chiefs, but I've been a Saints fan all my life, man, and you know now even more. You know, you can't change that. Sometime I dip off into the Washington Commanders with being Doug Williams is on the staff.
Yes,
there.
yes.
So we got to support him, but the Saints has always been my team.
So one last question: you like the Cowboys?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, when I did like the Cowboys when Everson Walls was playing cornerback.
Yes, Yes.
When they had
Grambling.
Everson Wall, they had you know, Drew Pearson, and you had Tony Dorsett, and you had all of those guys. I did like the Cowboys at that point, but as soon as Jerry took over, they lost me.
Well, look, man, it was nice of you to join us. I appreciate you, brother. Next time that you come to Jackson, we got some water for you. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for Talking Sports Live. I'm Jamie Horn with my co-host Rob J. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.